Top 10 Dubai attractions you can't miss, if you're one of them. The last one will change how you see Dubai forever. Through this synthetic microscopic lens, adjusted over a sandy mass known as a desert, I observe a luminous colony called Dubai, a cluster of vertical structures that defy the logic of an arid habitat. Erected by multicellular organisms who seem to believe in eternity, although, like all that breathes, they are merely temporary matter. Under magnification, it becomes evident. These multicellular organisms have developed the habit of competing for height, brilliance, and permanence, a curious form of denial of their own impermanence. I will refer to this behavior as progress. Dubai Sample 01. Burj Khalifa, height 828 meters. Construction time 6 years. Composition 330,000 cubic meters of concrete and 39,000 tons of steel. The dominant structure in the sample, a metallic needle piercing the sky, perhaps a primitive attempt to reach their creator. The multicellular organisms climb it only to look down upon one another, believing they see infinity. In truth, they see only more desert. Dubai, Sample 2, Gold Souk. Estimated age, over 85 years. Shops, more than 380. Average gold stored, around 10 tons. A dense cluster of metallic light. Corridors lined with reflections and illusions of wealth. Through the microscope, the Gold Souk resembles a neural network overloaded with desire. Multicellular organisms move slowly, hypnotized by the glow of yellow metal, a mineral they once dug from the earth and now worship under fluorescent lamps. Every gram displayed behind glass represents the same primitive instinct: to collect, to compare, to own. The atmosphere is thick with bargaining rituals, voices rising and falling in a symphony of transaction. Gold dust glimmers in the air like spores of obsession. Dubai Sample 3. Burj Al Arab, height 321 meters. Inaugurated 1999. Gold leaf interior, 1,790 square meters. A solitary organism shaped like a sail, anchored in the sea. It took 5 years for the multicellular creatures to build it. They call it a hotel, though few actually sleep there. Most simply approach, take photos, and leave, as if proximity alone could elevate their own status. To the multicellular eye, it represents success. To this observer, it is simply another specimen of luxury. Dubai Sample 04, Palm Jumeirah. Diameter, 5 kilometers. Volume of sand and rock, 94 million cubic meters. Construction time, 6 years. An artificial archipelago in the shape of a tree, perhaps an unconscious plea for life. Roots over the sea, as if concrete longed to be nature. A geological irony. Building an island to pretend they are not trapped in the desert. Dubai, Sample 5, Sky Views Observatory. Height, 219 meters. Opened, 2021. Average visitors, approximately 1 million multicellular organisms per year. 2 identical glass towers joined by a transparent bridge, a thin sheet of engineered confidence suspended above the city. Here, multicellular organisms pay to step into the void, a voluntary ritual of vertigo disguised as courage. They call it viewing the skyline. It is, in essence, the study of gravity, and of how easily it still owns them. Dubai Sample 06, Dubai Marina. Artificial canals, 4.9 kilometers. Resident population, about 120,000 multicellular organisms. A network of luminous channels and mirrored towers. Here, the multicellular organisms reproduce and display their reflections. The reflection is so intense it appears there are more buildings in the mirror than on the ground. Perhaps an evolutionary strategy to inflate their own importance. Dubai Sample 7, Museum of the Future. Height, 77 meters. Area, 17,000 square meters. Inaugurated, 2022. A silver ring with a hollow center, an architectural paradox shaped like infinity itself. Through the microscopic lens, it appears as a loop of ambition continuously folding upon itself. The multicellular organisms gather here to study the future, yet what they truly observe are projections of their own desires reflected in stainless steel. Inscribed across its surface are symbols of hope, phrases declaring that the future belongs to those who can imagine it. Inside, they simulate innovation with lights, screens, and speculative machines. A fascinating attempt to engineer destiny through decoration. Even the void at its core has meaning, a perfect whole symbolizing all they do not yet understand. Dubai Sample 8, Souk Madinat Jumeirah, inaugurated 2004. Structures, 75 shops, 45 restaurants. A carefully controlled microclimate where the past is reconstructed, cleaner, brighter, and perfectly air-conditioned. Here, multicellular organisms stroll through corridors designed to look ancient, buying fragments of imitation heritage under fluorescent nostalgia. Wood beams are concrete, the walls are painted dust, and the scent of spices is precisely curated. Tradition, repackaged, and temperature regulated. They call it authenticity. The microscope detects only simulation. Dubai Sample 9, Desert Safari. Origin, indeterminate. Some multicellular organisms have developed a peculiar taste for sand. They return to the desert inside motorized shells, circling endlessly on roads that lead nowhere. Engines roar, air fills with dust, and they call it adventure. Luxury in the middle of nothing. A ritual of control over a land that never asked to be conquered. The sand, patient and infinite, watches and waits. Dubai Sample 10, The Frame. Height 150 meters. Inaugurated 2018. A golden rectangle rising from the desert, built to frame both past and future in a single glance. Multicellular organisms climb it, seeking perspective, but find only a reflection of their own ambition. The most fascinating specimen in the entire colony. A monument to the species' need to see itself as significant. If you enjoy observing these peculiar multicellular creatures, consider following this profile, liking this video, and sharing it with your colleagues. Or don't. Simply continue living among them.